Doing big things in a community takes a lot of resources, and that often means money. But if you have a lot of people willing to contribute, that can make big things happen. Welcome Jessica Farnsworth from 100 Women Who Care to the table.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Welcome back.
Right,
It's been
so much.
2 years?
Yeah,
About?
yeah,
Oh my
I think
goodness.
just about. Maybe 1.5.
Okay.
Or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons I thought to have you back is because when you came the first time, I was so intrigued that I joined 100 Women Who Care.
You did.
And so I've been going to the, the quarterly meetings. And so
Yes.
I'm like, you have an upcoming meeting in May.
We do.
Let's promote it to our viewers and have you
Wonderful.
remind our viewers, like, what is 100 Women Who Care?
Absolutely. Well, and then I'd love to hear from you about your experience as a member as well,
Yeah.
Stacey. We love having you at our meetings. It's awesome.
It's fun. It's rewarding.
They are fun. So we are a systemic giving and educational organization where we meet once every 3 months for 1 hour. Anybody can become a member. What we do during that hour of time is we hear from 3 local charities. The rules in order to present to the group are that you have to be a designated 501c3, IRS tax exempt status, be serving in the Utah Valley, the greater Utah County area, and be able to come and share your mission, how you currently secure funding, who you serve, how you get started, etc. We give each organization about 5 to 6 minutes each to present. Then we do a Q&A kind of round robin session, and then we vote and we choose a winner. And what does the winner get? Stacey, do you want to say what the winner gets?
So your goal is to get 100 women donating $100 quarterly.
Okay.
So you get that, and it's all in this, bucket of money. But you also have a match, right?
We do. So do the math.
That would be
and
10,000.
That donation is $10,000 per quarter towards the local charity. And then we have some members that give more than 100 and some members that represent their family foundational organizations. And then we also partner with the Schultze Family Foundation, who represents the charity, the charitable foundation behind Best Buy. And they partner with 100 giving circles across the country, but they often come in and do a 50% matching grant up to $10,000.
So
an additional 5.
So it just makes you feel like your $100 is even going
A little bit further.
Yeah, it's worth, half again as much.
So I think it's always scary to go to something new, right? You're like, you're going, do I know anyone? You're at a table, you email everyone, all of the members, and say, hey, if you want to join us for lunch, we'll have lunch there. You can bring your own lunch. You don't need to have lunch. You're at tables with other women. So you're just like, sit down, like, tell me a little bit about you. So it's a little bit of just conversation, networking.
Support and networking event as well. We've had so many women, and then leaders of the charities will join as well, but just form alliances, get to know each other, figure out what they have in common in terms of their careers or even their hobbies or their inclination to give and donate, and form some wonderful alliances locally.
I love that.
As much as we think, a quarterly, I'll go to every meeting.
It's still busy.
You're busy, and so you're just connected. You have my bank account, and it's just every quarterly, it automatically comes out. So if you cannot go to a meeting, if you're out of town or whatever, then you're still contributing.
Yeah, and to be clear, I don't have Stacey's bank account, but we are aligned.
Someone has my account and is taking the money.
It's a very secure.
So it's an auto draft kind of thing quarterly to sign up to be a part
an
of it.
organization that exclusively
Just because you're trying to give and make sure that those charities that are coming in, that they are being able to get
It's a digital
that.
platform that works exclusively with charitable organizations, and then they direct all of our donations directly to the winning charity. We then have the winning charity who got that impact award join us at our next meeting and report out for about 10 minutes to share how the money made an impact, what they're spending it on, who it's impacting. For instance, one of our recent, I don't know if you were at this meeting, but when we had, we actually had a recipient and a client of one of our organizations. forgetting the name right now, but Live Your Dream Foundation. So they are the scholarship for single mothers. Actually,
she reported that.
Yes. And she reported how she used her scholarship to really change her life and the lives of her children. So
well, and it's cool because an organization, for example, Tabitha's Way, was awarded money like about a year ago.
Yes.
And so Tabitha's Way could use this money for a lot of different things, but the organizations say, if we're awarded this money today, this is exactly what we will do with it.
Oh, I love that.
So they're very like specific, A, B, and C, this is where it's going. And it is not easy. You hear 3 presentations, then you get on your phone and you vote, and you're just like, oh.
So that was my next question.
I was going to say sometimes your heartstrings would just be tugged like that's the one, but then
like,
wow, this
babies
is going to go
getting diapers, children learning how to read, or a mom going to school.
Right, all good. Do they come back again ever?
That was my next question.
That's
Do they have the opportunity to?
They absolutely do.
Okay.
And so we have actually kind of a platform where you can go in and nominate a local charity, and if the runner-ups don't win that week, right, and that's really tough to choose, they can come back. We do have a little window where they wait and give other people a chance, but then they can come back. And so we've had runner-ups come back and win. And in fact, this last time that happened for the Neighborhood Arts Center. And they are a great little organization that's outside of the Provo Town Center. And they provide opportunities for children and lots of different members of the community to come in and just practice art. All different kinds of mediums, appreciate art, do art, paint, all kinds of things at a really low to no cost opportunity.
This is just
That makes me happy.
a feel-good thing. Like if anyone is listening to this and thinks like, I could do that, it's $100 a quarter, but you listen to these organizations that are so creative, offering help to people out there, and you just are listening and wow.
You walk away uplifted.
Oh, it's
an
so
inspiring
neat.
experience.
It really is, Jessica. So thank you for overseeing it.
Absolutely.
And you are just the Utah Valley chapter.
We are.
Tell us about the other chapters in Utah and throughout the country.
The one I know about in Utah, I started with the Salt Lake City chapter, and that was about probably 9 years ago now. And drove up there for several years, participating, and they have a great chapter up there. But Jen saw the growth and the need in our own community, and decided that we could really benefit from one down in Utah Valley. So
you live down here?
I do. I live just here in Lake Shore near Spanish Fork.
Okay.
And joined forces with some phenomenal women who we formed a steering committee together and really got the ball rolling. Got other people interested and like-minded women coming out to do great things together.
Did you ever
like
present yourself? Did you ever have like something else beyond this that got you involved in the first place?
I actually came across 100 Women through a colleague I worked with out of British Columbia.
Okay.
And she was in her local chapter, and I was like, what's that? What do you do? How does it work? I wonder if there's one in Utah. And that's when I came across the Salt Lake chapter. Was just getting started, and just a great thing. And it's not only great because of the giving, but the educational component is really inspiring, because we have so many women that come and learn and say, I want to go bring my family back to this. I want to bring my church group back to this. And they find other ways to engage and give even more of their resources, either through time or leadership or additional thinking, to these great organizations serving the needs.
Well, I love that it's women too, because women always seem to find a way to get things done. I do. Even use, speaking to this single mom who's created an organization and is going back to school herself, or does, I'm like just thinking like, I would love to contribute, just because in my own spare time, if there's ever any spare time, how do they find time to do this?
Right.
Because that's really what it is, right?
It is. This tries to address that. You want to do good, you want to engage, but you might only have 1 hour every couple of months. And if you want to go give more, you really have to be selective with where you want to direct that.
Well, you're wearing some new swag this time. Is there ways to give back in that regard also?
Actually, no. This was just a gift from one
okay.
of my members. But
So you brought
a great
that
idea.
for you?
Yeah, one of my steering committee members had it made and gifted it to me.
So
sweet.
that is so fun.
And then she brought us gifts, guys. A sticker for our
Yeah,
Stanleys.
Stickers for Stanleys.
And a little
Yes,
pin
perfect.
tree.
That's
that
a
would look
perfect
good
way
on
to
our little
promote the
jackets.
Sure would. We
organization.
wore jackets
I love
today.
it. Yeah, everybody's pinnable.
Yes.
Thank you for coming and
Thank
reminding our
you.
viewers and us just
That's
what a
fantastic.
great organization.
Thanks for
Keep
having
doing
me
the
back.
great work. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you three
and
as
before
well.
we
Yes.
say goodbye, will you tell people how they can find you and when the
Yes.
next meeting is?
Absolutely. Our next meeting will be May 1st, 11:30 a.m. at the doTERRA location up in Pleasant Grove. Registration instructions can be found on our social media pages, 100 Women Who Care Utah Valley. We have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, so you'll find links and calendar invites there.
Awesome. Thanks
Awesome.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you
So much.